Hey guys, long time no chat. So I have some P.O. Box mail to share with you guys that I received from Natalie with Clean Cut Couponing. And I thought I'll take this time to actually sit down, chit chat with you guys to just kind of tell you where I've been, what's been going on, and all that jazz there. So okay, here we go. Hopping right into it. Natalie, again, thank you so very much for just stepping up and offering to send a donation box over the last couple months for those that were affected by Hurricane Harvey here in Houston. So thank you so much for that. It is truly, truly appreciated. I love you so much for that, girlfriend. And I love your little postcard. This is awesome. Thank you. Okay, hopping right into it. You guys know she is always about that cereal life. Natalie always gets some good deals on her cereals, especially the Cheerios, and you can't go wrong with that at all. For as dry cereal for kids, and I personally am a cereal fan myself. Thank you so much. So I have that was 2, 4, 5 boxes of Cheerios here. So thank you, Natalie. Then we got some men Michelin deodorant. Perfect, can never have enough of that. Big razors. Women chic razors as well. Then we have Love. Oh, girl, yes, definitely. I know exactly the family that's in need of this. They actually just had twin girls and they have a toddler, so they can definitely use these diapers. So thank you so very much. I'll be sure that when I drop all this stuff off to the shelter to let them know to diapers to go to that family and so on. And then panty liners as well. Thank you so much, girlfriend. Again, down here in Houston, there's still a recovery process going on as it is across the country. There's just been so much devastation, disaster, Mother Nature made, and then as well as man-made too. All we can do, guys, is continually pray for our nation as a whole. Pray for our family, our friends, our local communities. Just stay in prayer all day, every day. That's the one thing that we can do, no matter what. It's just prayer. And it just breaks my heart with all the devastation that has been going on, that is nature related, and then that is man-made also. All right, so hopping into it, where have I been? Well, long story short, I've been working, put it like that. Most of you know that I am licensed and I operate a home daycare. Well, after Hurricane Harvey, one of the families that I have 2 kids from, their home was affected by the storm. They had damages and things like that, so they weren't able to live in the home. So they moved a little ways out with some family. That way they can still have a place to stay, obviously, and closer to work. So it just didn't make any sense for them to be commuting back and forth to continue bringing their children here for care. So long story short, that client, in a nutshell, was lost for that time period until they get back reestablished in their home, and then we'll kind of see where their needs are for childcare at that time and go from there. Moving along, the other client that I had was getting ready to go on to maternity leave because she was having another baby, and she was going to, initially the older child was still going to come to care, normal schedule, full-time, and all that stuff there. Well, long story short, I as a mother and as a business owner know how that story will play out. It would only be up until a certain point where the mother realizes she's getting up every morning to drop one kid off, but still has the baby at home, so on and so forth. And the other kid is still relatively young, in my opinion. Don't necessarily need to have the structure of a daycare schedule, school schedule, etc. Being at home for a few months, another year, it's okay, is what I'm saying. Whether or not the parent decided to do any formal education at home with the child, or just kind of, have more of a relaxed, chill environment throughout the day. This child was young enough to where it would not personally, in my opinion, affect his development. So I personally tell the parent in so many words is keep him home as well. First off, let me just come back to this. I am a business owner and lead with a business mind. However, I do focus on the family as a unit and as a whole. Again, getting the infant up early in the morning to drop off, not really even a toddler, he's like 14 months, off to daycare. It just wouldn't work for the long haul, is what I'm saying, on both sides, on the family side as well as the business side. So for me personally, having just that one client just wasn't financially feasible at that time. So long story short, because of Harvey, daycare is kind of at a standstill. I have so many things going on with the home life as far as, my kids and their activities. I think I mentioned, I'm not sure if I mentioned, but my oldest boy, Jalen, he's 16. He got a job right at the top of September. He had gotten a job. So he's working, and that means I am his personal Uber driver, basically taxi driver, chauffeur, whatever you want to call it. So anyways, I have a lot going on. Long story short, moving forward. So me and my son, after the storm, we did get out and we helped several families that needed to get their homes cleaned out with cutting drywall, installation out, all that stuff there, including family members of ours. So we were there helping them out, and an extended family member of that family member, you know how it is, you know somebody, know somebody, know somebody, that kind of thing. Well, this person mentioned a job working with FEMA. And it was just kind of like bystanding kind of conversation and just here and there. And it kind of kept going into it. And so I was like, well, what is it exactly? What do you do? Blah, blah, blah. Long story short, by being in the right place at the right time and doing God's work, because let me back up on that. The family that we went to, they helped pull out the drywall, the installation, and, gut the house and clean it up and all that stuff there. They're very humble and didn't really want to ask for help. But of course, in times like that, you don't wait for someone to ask. You show up and you do what God tells you to do. So I brought over pizza because I knew they had eaten. I brought my son, brought extra material, and just jumped in and started helping out. So again, being in the right place at the right time and listening to God, doing his work, led me to a contract job working with FEMA. So that's where my time has been spent. All of my time, like literally. It is a contractor job. I'm still able to really be flexible with my schedule, make my own schedule, just, work kind of how I need to around my family's needs. But it is definitely a time-consuming job. So it doesn't leave a lot of room for sitting and making YouTube videos to chat with you guys. It doesn't leave a lot of room for me to sit there and get on social media, whether for pleasure or business, etc. It's not a labor-intense job. It's just very time-demanding. So, nutshell, what is it that I'm doing exactly? Well, basically, when you go through a disaster, the federal government shows up and they need people to get out there and help folks apply for assistance through the application, the web-based system. Then they also need people to get out there and inspect properties and all of that jazz there. So, in a nutshell, I'm just working as an independent contractor, going out to different homes in my community, which is a blessing within itself. I can't tell you guys how, at first I was kind of stressing out because I thought they were going to send me like, a little farther out from home. But not only that, not being able to be in my own community. So anyways, being able to be in my own community and doing this work, it's a beautiful thing within itself. So I'm helping my community. Not that other communities don't matter, but this is where my heart is. This is my home. So anyways, I go out each day, make appointments, and go and meet with the applicants. And applicants meaning people that put in applications for assistance from the government. And I go and collect the data and the information that the government needs to process the applications in order to say yes or no for financial assistance for these families that were affected by the disaster, so on and so forth. So that's where I have been. My intentions and my plan is just to pretty much ride out the rest of 2017 doing this type of work. It has been very financially rewarding. I won't lie about that. I'm getting paid for it. And it's very substantial to get me and push us forward financially with some goals that we have for the year and then going into 2018 as well. So I can't complain about that. And it has definitely been so rewarding. And what I mean by that is I have met so many different people from all different backgrounds, walks of life, so on and so forth. And I have learned, and which I kind of already knew this about myself, but it's just been more so throughout this whole process, is that I absolutely love being able to bring a little bit of hope to others, talk about the good grace of the good Lord, and just be in the mix of people realizing that material things don't really matter. At the end of the day, it don't really matter. When water comes in, it doesn't care that your couch was $3,000 or $300. It doesn't matter. So just being in a mix of, again, being able to bring hope to people and just help people out along their way in this entire process to rebuild their life as it was before, even better and greater, and so on and so forth. So with all that said, long story short, that's where I've been. I've been working as an independent contractor for the federal government, basically, in a nutshell. So as I said it before, guys, it is a financially rewarding position because obviously I'm getting paid and it's pretty decent money and so on. So as far as the daycare, it's just not beneficial for me to open up for the rest of the year when the money I'm making just in 1 week will be probably what I would make for the rest of the year in the daycare, honestly, to be truthful. So all that said, in a bag of chips, I miss you guys. I miss all of you. I'm hoping to get back to some sort of a normal schedule as things start to kind of die down with the FEMA work, which honestly I don't see it really happening till probably, I don't know, mid 2018. It's a lot of work that still needs to be done. But anywho, I'm going to really try and make a ditch effort to hop on a whole lot more and just chit chat with you guys. I'm in the vehicle a lot throughout the day, so I can definitely just put the camera on and just kind of chat as I'm going about my day and so on and so forth. But again, like I stated, it's just time consuming. That's the only thing. It's a time consuming type of work. But other than that, I'm good. It's basically what I can say. So I thank God for the opportunity that he has placed before me. And with that, I have seen so many other opportunities arising and so on and so forth. But that would be for another day. So as always, guys, thank you so very much for watching. If you're not already subscribed to my channel, please do subscribe. I know I've been in and out all over the place. And that's the story for another day, because outside of just the work with FEMA, there's a lot of other things that's been going on in Michelle's world. But a story for another day. So as always, guys, thanks so much for watching. I love you. Be sure to like, comment, share, and subscribe if you have not done so already. And until next time, guys, stay true.